Hey guys, Jordan here. In this video, I'm gonna be answering a real estate photography question, so let's get into it. All right, so today's question is, do you have a video on what gear you use professionally? And I don't believe I have actually made of what's in my gear bag. Honestly, it's very diverse and I'm always changing things up. I guess in this video, I'll mention some of my go-to, my main things and why I like them. But for a flash perspective, I like to have more power than not enough. I use the Godox AD600 Pro. That's my go-to flash. My go-to camera body, if I had one to choose, would be my Sony A1. That's a fantastic camera. Fast, not much bad to say about that camera. And my go-to lens, it's a toss between the 12 to 24 G Master 2.8 Sony lens and the 16 to 35 2.8 G Master lens. I probably use the 16 to 35 a little bit more. I think the quality on the 12 to 24 is slightly better, and I do like having a wider focal length when I need it. But I just get a little bit nervous. That lens is like $3,000+ or somewhere around there. And the element is so big, so it just makes me a little nervous carrying that thing around, that it's gonna get nicked or scratched. And it kind of like fish eyes out, so you can't have any ND filters. And plus, I don't like using ND filters or UV filters on my lenses. Just has potential to add additional flares to my pictures, which I don't like. What else is in? So those are like some of the main things. My flash, the camera body. The gimbal that I like to use is the DJI. It's the Ronin SC2. I love that gimbal for my Sony camera because I can swap batteries without taking it completely off. You can lock your axes so it's not wobbling around, and I can just take it off, swap out the plate, so I don't have to rebalance my camera every single time that I switch from photography to video. So for those reasons, man, that's a great gimbal, and that's what we actually use in the field, or we're transitioning to using. We were using the Crane 2s, I believe, transitioning to using those. Now my drone of choice, if I had one to pick, would be the DJI Air 2S. I have a whole bunch of them. I have, the Air 2, the Mini 2, the FPV. I don't have the Mavic 3. I have the Mavic 2 Pro, but I like using the Air 2S or even the Mini 2. I probably use those ones evenly. Like if you're running and gunning, man, I love the performance of the Mini 2. The range is great, the battery life, and the Air 2S has higher quality and it's noticeable. And it has some additional features. So for that reason, if I had my go-to would be the Air 2S for professional shoots. Now, let me think what else is in my camera bag. I should probably have them all out here. I mean, I have tons of gear and other things that I might use on a shoot, but those are the main things. Here's another thing that I use on all my shoots. I have a bunch of these. This is like something if I don't have it out there, I'm really missing it, which is the Sony Bluetooth remote. Since I've been using this, it really does save a lot of time and gives me a more flexibility out there, and it performs very well. And I think that's it. Those are like the main pieces of gear that I have off the top of my head. There are little things that I have, or different cameras or different things that I use. But I don't think there's anything else that I use all the time. The tripod of choice that I use is the Manfrotto 190X. I guess that's a tripod. And I actually like shooting with a monopod for certain shoots. Just kind of a personal preference. I don't necessarily recommend it. That's just how I like to move through properties. I think I do have a couple videos if you're interested in seeing the monopod video. So anyways, that is going to do it if you're interested. Actually, I might put the kit link. I have a link, like a kit link where you can go to and see all the gear that I recommend for real estate photography and that I use. That might be an easier place if you're in the market for gear and you want to see what I recommend or use. Then you can check that out. So if you are interested in learning more about the real estate photography business, you can check out my free workshop. The link is in the description below. that's gonna do it for this one. Reach out if you have any questions. We'll see you guys on the next one.